Good evening and welcome. From the Eagles Nest at Eau Claire Memorial High School, Zaleski Sports presents boys high school basketball. Tonight, it's a Big Rivers Conference matchup between the Chippewa Falls Cardinals and the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe's. Hello again, everybody. I'm Bob Bradovich. Dave Sparger out of town tonight, but Spargs will rejoin the broadcast crew tomorrow night. Tonight, it's a makeup game. Back when we actually had winter weather, Chi-High at Memorial got postponed, and they found an open date in the schedule, and that date is tonight. Chi-High comes to town with a 1-18 record. They are 0-11 in Big Rivers Conference play. Memorial, meanwhile, has dropped to 15-6. They are now 9-2 in the Big Rivers Conference. At last check, they were the number 9 team in the Zaleski Sports Division I statewide poll. The new one will come out tomorrow, and it's very likely the Abes, having dropped a couple in a row to Eau Claire North and Marshfield, will drop down in the poll. But it's a key game for the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes, who still remain in first place in the Big Rivers Conference. They've got a 1-game lead over Hudson, and a couple games on both the North Huskies and the River Falls Wildcats. Big story for the Old Abes. Recently, the season-ending injury to Cooper Jesperson, that took place in that River Falls loss here at home. And then the ankle injury to Wesley Mboga. He sustained that last Thursday in practice, gutted through the Eau Claire North game Friday night, did not suit up Saturday in the loss to Marshfield, not suiting up again tonight. Head coach Chad Brisky making the decision to try to get Mboga healthy for the long term. After tonight, the Abes will have just a couple games left on the schedule. Thursday at home against Menominee, and then the following Thursday, they will close out the regular season at Chippewa Falls. After that comes the postseason. The Abes and the Cardinals will find out their postseason path on Sunday when the brackets and seeds are released. Memorial will look to bounce back after a couple losses. Their points per game average has dropped to 61.9. Opponents are now scoring 56.3 against the Old Abes. Chi-High averages 58.3 points per game, and they allow nearly 72 points per game. Next up for Chi-High will be a home game Thursday against New Richmond. Old Abes versus Cardinals, long-time rivalry. And right now, here is our national anthem from the Eagles Nest. Old Abe's in the home white jerseys with the purple numerals, the purple trim. Chippewa Falls in the black jerseys, red numerals, red lettering, and red trim. Jason Prue is the head coach of the Cardinals. Chad Brisky, head man of the Old Abe's. Today's pregame show brought to you by Asher Exteriors. Call Asher's for your free, no obligation estimate at 888-GO-ASHER or visit goasher.com. Get off the ladder, get gutter helmet with Asher Lasting Exteriors. Trust the experts on your most valuable asset, your home. Give them a call today at 888-GO-ASHER. Chippewa Falls with the basketball. They work at far side Wedemeyer. Up top, LeQuay. On the near wing, Easton Bob trying to fire it inside. It goes out of bounds. It's Old Abe's basketball. One change in the starting lineup for the Old Abe's from the last game. Shamar Simmons out of the starting lineup, and Ian Bauer is in. Bauer, the leading scorer of all the reserves for the Old Abe's at a little over 6.5 points per game. So Chad Brisky trying to get the offense jump-started early on here. Here's Bryce Hedke. Up top to Elliott Height. Here's Bauer. Owen Gibson. Now Hedke. Hedke probing. And that free throw line extended jumper is good, and the Old Abe's are on the board. A little bit of a late start today as the JV game went to overtime. Eau Claire Memorial pulling out a close win against the Cardinals. Lob inside, knocked away by Bauer. Hedke on the push. Gibson back to Hedke. Here's Bauer. Hedke to Julius Clark. Clark will pop from distance. That rims out. Hedke had a hand on it. Cards control. Here's Dickerson into the front court. Wedemeyer down low, knocked out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Gibson. Herrick and Hart Law Office. They have been on the side of the injured since 1951. Find them at eauclairlaw.com. LeQuay to throw it in for the Cards. To Wedemeyer. Wanting to go inside to Easton Bob. That one is knocked out of bounds. Cards will keep it. LeQuay to throw it in. Easton Bob, the leading scorer this season for the Cardinals, just over 17 points per game. Wedemeyer, 12.3. Dickerson, 14.7. Steal by the Old Abe's. Problem for the Cardinals is after those three, just not a whole lot of scoring. G. Mason, his real first name is Gubnit. G. Mason averages a little under 6 points per game. Clark will try another three. That is short. Bauer, the offensive carom. And a reset for the A's. Bauer out of the corner. That is good. Ian Bauer buries a three-pointer. It's 5-0. Chai High does not have the height as the Abe's last opponent. There's a good three-pointer from the outside. David Terhark. So that was part of the reason Simmons was in the starting lineup against Marshfield, which had some big kids. Clark, spin move, follow away, no good. Gibson, good rebound. Bauer has it inside. He gets it blocked. Good interior defense by the Cardinals. Dickerson up to Bob. He'll pop from distance, and that's good. Easton Bob burying the three-pointer. You remember Easton Bob during the baseball season, one of the top pitchers in the area. Looking forward to his senior season on the diamond. Hedke drops it down low to Height. Back to Hedke. Little hesitation move. Back to Height. He's capable of hitting threes. Gibson, not a guy who's going to take a lot of perimeter shots. Gets the ball back. Can't finish. LeQuay, great defense down low. So Owen Gibson will go to the line, the 6'4 senior who hits 54% of his shots from the floor. He only averages 1.4 points per game. A&W Peppermint Shakes are here. They are the ultimate refreshment, available in a regular and Oreo at your nearest A&W food locations in Altoona, Connaught, Withee, and Spencer. Gibson looking to eclipse his season scoring average right here. And he does. Shamar Simmons into the game now for the Old Abes. Abes do have a bit of a depth advantage. Memorial has also checked Caleb Yates into the lineup. Yates wears number 13. He's a 6'4 junior. LeQuay on the drive. Gets it to Terhark. Up and in, plus the foul. David Terhark, 6'3 senior, only averages 3.7 points per game, but he shoots almost 52% from the floor. Good job playing off of 2 feet right there. Well, he'll look to complete the traditional three-point play, and that one rims out. Hetke picks up the dribble, leaves for Clark. Julius Clark up top. Yates, now Bauer. Simmons to Hetke. Clark on the drive. Julius Clark, reverse layup. Well, that's a big part of his game, attacking the basket. Knocked out of bounds, last touch by the foot of Ian Bauer. Now head coach Jason Prue will come out and retrieve the basketball and toss it over to our officials. Old Abes leading by 1. Cardinals have the basketball. LeQuay picks up the dribble, hands to Bob. Trying to shoot it down low. Good hands by Carson Wiedemeyer. Abes went for the steal. Wiedemeyer stayed with it. Got control and put it up and in. Cardinals lead by 1. Hetke finds Bauer. It's a pick from Simmons. Yates gives it up to Clark. Julius Clark on the drive. Hangs. No. Ball batted around. Cardinals get it in the front court. Dickerson off the glass and good. Cardinals made it a 3-point game. They've got the lead. Clark on the drive. Wanted to fire it up top to Bauer, but it was knocked away. Cardinals looking to cash in on that turnover as LeQuay brings it into the front court. Nice dish. And the finish, Wiedemeyer. .6-0 run by the Cardinals, and they lead it by a score of 14-9. Abes in a little bit of a drought here. Simmons hands to Clark. Julius Clark all the way to the hoop. He is fouled. And now Julius Clark a little slow to get up. Kind of landed on his right hip. He's trying to shake that off. That's the last thing the Abes need is an injury to Julius Clark. He's still trying to get himself ready to shoot these free throws. Clark rattles that around. He's up to 3 points now. Ben Fessenmeyer in for the Old Abes. The Rural Virtual Academy is an online tuition-free public school serving students pre-K through high school right here in Wisconsin. For more information, visit ruralvirtual.org. Brody Neff will check in for the Abes, and Julius Clark will get a seat. Abes want to make sure he's good to go. And he'll just take a seat on the bench. He's not going to walk over to the trainers. Abes have cut into this Cardinals lead. It's now 14-11. Easton Bob hangs and scores. Easton Bob up to 5 points. Hetke for the Old Abes, who trail by 5. Simmons back to Hetke. Mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound, Neff. Fires it back up to Hetke. Hetke driving, scoring, and the foul. Bryce Hetke, active early on. He's up to 4 points. Easton Bob picks up the foul, and that is his first. Third foul this half on the Cardinals. Simmons the rebound. Bauer for 3, yes! Just like that, we are tied. A 5-point trip up the floor for the Old Abes. 16 all. Bauer up to 6 points. Colin Nichols has checked in. That's him wearing number 23. Bob to Dickerson. Now LeQuay. Wiedemeyer from outside. Good. Carson Wiedemeyer up to 7 points. Both teams are shooting a pretty good percentage from behind the arc. Neff on the drive with the left hand. Brody Neff, his first bucket. Abes are within 1. Cards have the basketball. LeQuay dishes to Wiedemeyer. Inside they go to Nichols. Dickerson back to LeQuay. Dickerson blocked by Fessenmeyer. Ahead to Bauer. Jump step. Now here's Hetke for 3, and that is good. Good ball movement by the Old Abes, and they have jumped out to a 2-point lead. Their first lead since it was 9-8. LeQuay double team, gets it down low. Dickerson blocked by Fessenmeyer. Dickerson gets it back. Nichols. That 3-pointer is good. 4th 3-pointer hit by the Cardinals. They regain a 1-point lead. Abes have hit 3 threes. Can they make it 4? Absolutely. Bryce Hetke drains one. He's up to 10 points. He's already eclipsed his season scoring average. And Hetke is one of the guys that Abes are going to look to. Here's Bob from distance. That's no good. Fessenmeyer the rebound. Hetke, one of the guys the Abes are going to count on to increase their scoring average. Hetke thought about the 3-pointer, instead takes it into the lane. Bounce pass. Neff off the glass. No. Simmons blocked. Fessenmeyer has it. Fessenmeyer inside. No. Simmons another rebound. Hetke for 3. What a sequence for the Old Abes, who now lead by 5. Bryce Hetke up to 13 points. Get a surge by the Old Abes. Backing in, Bob plays through and finishes on the putback. And with that, Jason Prue will take a timeout. We'll step aside as well. You're watching high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted gutter and gutter helmet experts. Our highly trained certified technicians can install gutter helmet onto new or existing gutters. Gutter helmet blends in beautifully with your home, can withstand the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Save up to 20% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with seamless gutters and gutter helmet. Brought to you by Asher Laston Exteriors.
Mark Wirt Motors, your local Buick and GMC dealer, has the area's largest pre-owned and new vehicle inventory with new arrivals daily. View the inventory at markwirtmotors.com or stop in to talk to a friendly, salaried sales consultant. Old Abe's have the basketball, leading by 3. Julius Clark will bring it up. Hetke to Clark. Clark inside to Fessenmeyer. It's knocked away. And we get a whistle and a foul, and that's going to go on the Old Abes, and it's assessed to Owen Gibson. Just the second team foul on the Old Abes. First foul on Gibson. So now the Cardinals looking to tie it with a 3. Here's G. Mason up top, gives it up to Dickerson. Terhark. Bob gets it out to Mason. Weave action on that far side for the Cardinals. Bob, his three-pointer is short. Offensive rebound, Terhark. Held ball, possession, arrow point in the way of the Old Abes. Keep your home and valuables safe with SOS Security in Eau Claire. Protect against intruders, fires, water, and more for every room, every door, and every window. Place your trust in SOS Security. Corey Sukerman, number 11, is into the game for Chi-High. Clark to bring it up for the Abes, who lead by 3 to Brody Neff. Owen Gibson, Caleb Yates. Nice move by Neff, and he gets it swatted by Terhark. Oh! Big time swat there, and that's got the Chippewa. They had the basketball. Bob grabbed the loose ball, but his back foot was stepping on the line. So with 6:18 remaining, Abes will have the basketball and a 3-point lead. Neff up top, Julius Clark, three-pointer. That's short. Gibson got a hand on it. Loose ball grabbed by Terhark. Now Dickerson. Mason. Terhark on the baseline. Dickerson again. Easton Bob, three-pointer. Got it. Easton Bob having himself a game. He's into double figures. He's up to 10 points. We are back to even. Gibson to Yates. Yates driving. Hands to Clark. Clark. Yates. Whoa, nicely done with the right hand. Had a little crowded down there on the baseline for the A's, but Clark was able to get the basketball to Yates, and Yates was able to finish. A's by 2. Cardinals have the basketball. Up top, Mason. Easton Bob. Picks up his dribble. Knocked away by Yates. Big scramble. And Chi-High is going to pick up a foul. It's going to go on Corey Sukerman. Coming in for the Abes, Bryce Hetke and Ian Bauer. Neff and Clark will come out. Wiedemeyer back in for the Cardinals, as is Jacob LeQuay. Hetke to bring it up. We're under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Been a competitive game so far. Bauer gives it to Height. Now Hetke, Gibson. Yates goes down low to Hetke. He had nowhere to go. He was literally under the basket. He was able to keep the possession alive. Patient set run here by the Abes. Bauer hangs and scores. Ian Bauer up to 8 points. Old Abe's lead grows to 4. LeQuay on the drive. In the corner, Wiedemeyer for 3. That's no good. Rebound Yates. He gives to Hetke, who hustles it into the front court. Hetke to Height. Gibson up top to Hetke. Gibson, her down low. Elliott Height. That danced around the rim and bounced out. Now Shamar Simmons will check in for Memorial. Abes lead by 4. Cardinals will have the basketball. Now the Abes with some backcourt pressure. LeQuay to bring it up, guarded by Bauer. Just over 3.5 to go here, first half. Hand off to Dickerson. Wiedemeyer inside, operating on Hetke. No, they say he took steps. Not a popular call with anybody who wears red. But the turnover will give it back to the Old Abes. HS Fence has been serving Wisconsin's commercial and residential fencing needs for the last 18 years. HS Fence specializing in chain link, vinyl wood, and ornamental fencing. Height wide open underneath. And a nice look inside. Abes on a 6-0 run to answer a 5-0 run by the Cardinals. The lead is 6. Cardinals looking to cut into that. They play pretty solid basketball. LeQuay gives it up. Wiedemeyer. He's the kind of guy at 6'5" and a senior. He can score inside or outside. 9 points for him. So this game is kind of following a similar pattern for Chi High. Their top 3 scorers are their leading scorers tonight. The question is, what can they get from the rest of the roster? But they are within 4 here. Latter stages of the first half. What a spin move and a finish. Elliott Height. Height with 4 points. Memorial's lead is up to 6 again. Terhark to LeQuay. Dickerson now, guarded by Height. They're posting up LeQuay. LeQuay, bounce pass inside. Grabbed by Terhark, taken away by Yates. Held ball. Possession arrow will keep it with the Cardinals. LeQuay to throw it in for Chi High. LeQuay on the wing up top. Bob, guarded by Simmons. Back to LeQuay. Bob will pop from behind the arc. It rims out. Height the rebound. He'll bring it up quickly in the front court. Leave it for Yates. Knocked away and a steal. Dickerson. Layup. No good. Abes thought they had numbers, but Chi High got back quickly. Backdoor feed Yates. That's blocked. With a block to Wiedemeyer, and he continues his excellent play tonight. Still a 6-point lead for the Old Abes. LeQuay up top. And throws it right to Shamar Simmons. As Wiedemeyer had broken off the play and was heading in the other direction. Hetke getting some instruction from head coach Chad Brisky. Abes may just run the clock down here unless they get a wide open look or a layup. Yates up top to Height. Now Hetke. Bauer with it, under 20 seconds to go. Hetke. Pull-up jumper blocked by Bob. They say Bob fouled him with 6.5 seconds left. Two-shot foul. Put Bryce Hetke on the line. You can get Culligan Water for just $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at CulliganH2O.com. Couple subs in for the Old Abes, including Julius Clark, Brody Neff, as well as Ben Fessenmeyer. Missed them both. McQuay grabs the loose ball. He'll fire, and that is no good. First half in the books. It's the Old Abes leading 35-29. Bryce Hetke, 13 points for Memorial. Easton Bob leading the Cardinals with 10. At Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, whether you are a professional athlete, weekend warrior, or simply have an aching joint, rest assured that you will receive unsurpassed care delivered with compassion and respect. When you need it most, visit the sports medical experts at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Eau Claire Memorial 35, Chippewa Falls 29. We'll take an extended break. When we return, we'll have the second half of action. Cardinals versus the Old Abes. You're watching high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Blue Northern Distributing of Eau Claire, Wisconsin is a local family-owned business and has been distributing products in western Wisconsin for over 20 years. Our friendly truck drivers are extensively trained to be the best in the industry.
Because it's a really good family-oriented company.
Blue Northern distributes milk and dairy products to many schools and businesses. Right now, we are seeking qualified Class A truck drivers to join our fleet. Apply today at BlueNorthernDistributing.com.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at StaubCO.com.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Security needs to be at the top of the list when it comes to your family, home, and lifestyle. Our focus is providing your family with peace of mind by offering state-of-the-art systems that blend convenience and security into one. It all starts with our security system, which lets you add control of lights, door locks, thermostats, and more. You can control all of them with your touchscreen keypad or your mobile phone. With this state-of-the-art system, home control can be adjusted to your lifestyle automatically.
It's state-of-the-art security that fits into your lifestyle and your life. Give us a call today to learn more.
Culligan water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
I think there are a lot of benefits to schooling our children from home. We get to spend a lot of time with them, and there are eureka moments like seeing them walk for the first time, or they figure something out and they're so excited about it.
The RVA really does work with each family to individualize each child's education to help them really succeed.
This is like the best thing in Wisconsin in terms of school.
For us, the RVA was our first and best choice of schools to choose.
We love the RVA.
At Marquardt Motors, we want our customers to experience the highest possible level of satisfaction. That's why we offer the largest selection of new and used vehicles at the lowest possible price. It's why we offer Saturday service, and we have our own body shop on site. I'm Dave Marquardt. I invite you to come experience the personal service we've worked for 50 years to achieve and will continue to improve on for many years to come.
Today's game is brought to you by Apple Weight Loss. Chiropractic care is more than just making the pain disappear. It's about learning, understanding, and taking care of your body to improve your quality of life with Apple Weight Loss. Whether buying or selling, home, recreation, commercial, no matter your budget, find the listings at DonnellanOnline.com. Franson Bank and Trust has a team of experienced bankers that will provide a vast array of loan products tailored to your situation. Franson Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I know that I can handle schooling my children because RVA provides the tools that I need. The RVA has adjusted curriculum by placing children right where their learning is. That's the #1 goal, is to make sure that your children are learning, and so you don't move on if they haven't grasped the concept. You stop, pause, and you make sure that you grasp that before you move on. The RVA will work with your child's needs and will provide the support and the attention that your child not only needs but deserves.
Today's game is brought to you by Toyson Ford. Stop in at Toyson Ford to pick out your new ride. Come see why all your friends and neighbors say you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford. An SC Swiderski apartment or home is certain to be where you want to live, work, and play throughout the Chippewa Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Wall-to-Wall Carpet One, located on East Hamilton Avenue in Eau Claire. Give Wall-to-Wall Carpet One a call at 715-598-4485. Since 2009, Momentum Baseball Academy has been leading baseball instruction in western Wisconsin. Momentum Baseball Academy, official partner of the Eau Claire Express.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted gutter and gutter helmet experts. Our highly trained certified technicians can install gutter helmet onto new or existing gutters. Gutter helmet blends in beautifully with your home, can withstand the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Save up to 20% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with seamless gutters and gutter helmet. Brought to you by Asher Laston Exteriors.
Blue Northern Distributing of Eau Claire, Wisconsin is a local family-owned business and has been distributing products in western Wisconsin for over 20 years. Our friendly truck drivers are extensively trained to be the best in the industry.
Because it's a really good family-oriented company.
Blue Northern distributes milk and dairy products to many schools and businesses. Right now, we are seeking qualified Class A truck drivers to join our fleet. Apply today at BlueNorthernDistributing.com.
We are back at the Eagles Nest at Eau Claire Memorial High School. Getting set to start the second half of action. Big Rivers Conference basketball. Chippewa Falls versus Eau Claire Memorial. It's the home team, the Old Abes, leading 35-29. Bryce Hetke, 13 points to lead Memorial. Ian Bauer has 8 points. For the Cardinals, they are led in scoring by Easton Bob with 10 points. And Carson Wedemeyer with 9 points. Bob Radovich with you. If you're wondering where is Dave Sparger, Spargs is out of town. But we expect him back tomorrow night when it's Eau Claire Memorial girls basketball, an important non-conference game against Stevens Point. Of course, the girls basketball brackets were released this past Sunday. So both of those teams know their playoff path already, and they could wind up meeting down the road. Memorial will have the basketball to start this second half. Bryce Hetke to Ian Bauer. Bauer over to Owen Gibson. Now Julius Clark. Clark will take it all the way to the hoop for the layup. Abes increased that lead to 8 points. Julius Clark has 6. LeQuay gives it up to Terhark. Back to LeQuay. Trying to get it inside. Stolen by Clark. Clark to Bauer. They find the trailer. Gibson, but he dragged the pivot foot. Stop Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Stop Construction, a 100% employee-owned company. LeQuay gives it to Terhark. Back to LeQuay. Dickerson inside. Wiedemeyer. Turnaround jumper rims out. Hetke the rebound. Knocked out of bounds by Easton Bob. The Old Abes will keep it. Bauer on the wing. Up top, Gibson. Bounce pass, Height. Height with the left hand. No, Clark flying in there for the offensive rebound, but it's knocked out of bounds. Cardinals will keep it. Enjoy the benefits of business banking at Security Financial Bank with several options to fit your business. Learn more about business banking at sfbank.com. Bob to bring it up. Terhark picks up his dribble. Back to Bob. He'll pop from outside. He gets the roll. Easton Bob up to 13 points. 5-point lead for the Old Abes. They've got the basketball. Clark to Hetke. The lob to Elliott Height. Nice job on the back screen, and Elliott Height got to the bucket, and Hetke hit him with a nice pass. LeQuay out to Bob. That three-pointer rims out. Good job by Terhark to grab that missed shot. The foul goes on the Old Abes. It's assessed to Owen Gibson. That is his second. Gibson will check out. Shamar Simmons in for the Old Abes. LeQuay to throw it in for the Cardinals. Back to LeQuay. Thought about the three, instead brings it back up top. LaQuay. Boy, that's an old school move right there. He just didn't get it to drop. Clark to Bauer, inside, Height. Height working inside, goes to the right hand, high off the glass and good. Elliott Height starting to heat up. He's got 8 points. Abe's lead is 9. Inside, Wiedemeyer backing in on Height, gets position and gets the roll. Nicely done down low by Carson Wiedemeyer, who's up to 11 points. Clark in the corner. Mid-range jumper, Julius Clark is pure. Julius Clark up to 8 points. Lead once again is 9 for the Old Aves. Bob, got to get a hand up. Easton Bob is behind the arc. He drops in another one. Easton Bob up to 16 points. Cardinals hanging around. They're within 6. Bauer. Clark. Julius Clark starting to heat up as well. He's into double figures with 10 points. He and Hetke leading the way. Hetke has 13. LaQuay, nice hesitation move, looking for a cutter. Gets it to Dickerson. Dickerson is a scorer for Chi-High, second leading scorer on the team. He's stuck on 2 points for a while. Henry Fessenmeyer in for the Aves. G. Mason for the Cardinals. Castle Insurance, based in Eau Claire, is your local independent insurance provider. For all your insurance needs, you can depend on Castle Insurance. Hetke will walk it up for the Old Aves. Aves looking to win their 16th game of the season. And in the process, snap a 2-game losing streak. Hetke, step back 3-pointer. Simmons grabs the carom. And a good back tap by Fessenmeyer. Clark through traffic will go to the line. The Dahlman Insurance Agency provides business, home, auto, and farm insurance throughout the Chippewa Valley. Contact Eric Knutson in Elk Mound or Wayne Dahlman in Eau Claire. Dahlman Insurance. Come for the rates, stay for the service. Julius Clark, an opportunity to put the Old Aves up by 10. First missed free throw of the half for Memorial. They missed a pair in the first half when they were 4 of 6 from the line. 1 of 2 for Julius Clark. 46-37 is the score. Here's Nichols, double teamed in the backcourt, back to Mason. Mason, get it into the front court. Bob, oh, he is just on fire. Up to 18 points, and all of those have really just come in the flow of the game. He's not forced anything. He's just making the most of his opportunities. He is above his scoring average. Clark takes Bob down low. Contact. They play through. Loose ball. Clark picks it up, keeps the dribble alive. Clark in the corner. Bauer. That 3-pointer is short. Scramble for the loose ball. The foul is going to go on Ian Bauer. Ian Bauer, that's his first foul of the game. Second team foul this half on the Aves. It's a 7-point lead. Cardinals trailing, but they've got the basketball. Mason. He was in a little bit of trouble right in front of his own bench, and Jason Prue calls for the timeout. We'll step aside as well. You're watching high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Back at the Eagles' Nest, 12:20 to go, second half. Old Abe's 46, Cardinals 39. Now is your chance to join the team at Blue Northern, hiring for drivers in Eau Claire and Sparta. Apply online today at BlueNorthernDistributing.com. Olympic Flame Restaurant in Eau Claire since 1980. Uncle Lampros brought homemade family recipes from Greece, and the tradition continues today at Olympic Flame Greek Restaurant on London Road. Cardinals with the basketball. They get it to Easton Bob, back to G. Mason. In the corner, Nichols drives, gets fouled. So at the line is Colin Nichols, the 6'3 junior who averages 2.5 points per game. Foul goes on Ben Fessenmeyer, the Old Abes. Nichols 1 for 2 at the line. Bauer grabs the loose ball. Bauer tried to get it to Clark. Here come the Cardinals. Nice pass. Wiedemeyer kept that one alive. Wow. Nice play by Wiedemeyer. He's up to 13 points. And all of a sudden, here come the Cardinals. Cut the lead down to 4. Fessenmeyer. Nice floater in the lane. Mason into the front court. Dickerson. Back to Mason. Abe's trying to trap. Bob. Tough shot off the glass. No for Dickerson. He's still stuck at 2 points. Bauer on the drive. Goes glass. No. Simmons. Rebound. Hetke. 3. No good. Dickerson on the push. Ahead to Mason. Right back. Dickerson may have taken steps. They play on. Now this game is getting a little ragged. Caleb Yates is in for Eau Claire Memorial along with Brody Neff. 6-point lead with 11 minutes to go. Cardinals trailed by 6 at the half. Down by as many as 9 on a couple of occasions here in the second half. But all in all, they've just stuck around. Nice take that time by Easton Bob. He'll go to the line. Brody Neff picks up the foul. They say it was not in the act of shooting. Abe's not sure they really recognize that. And Bob nearly snuck down the lane and got a layup out of it. Up top, Terhark. Wiedemeyer. Bob with Neff on him. Bob gets rid of it to Terhark. Mason back to Bob. Three-pointer. It rims out. Simmons the rebound. Hetke will slow it down a bit. High pick from Fessenmeyer. Simmons to Neff. Yates and Simmons. This Ames lineup, you got Hetke, who's got 13, 3 guys with 2 apiece. But Bryce Hetke taking matters into his own hands. He's up to 15 points, and the Ames lead by 8. Terhark to Wiedemeyer. You got Bob running that curl on the weak side. Cardinals keep it on the far side. Inside, Mason, whistle, and a foul. It's going to go on Bryce Hetke. SC Swiderski, an SCS apartment or home is where you want to live, work, and play all throughout central Wisconsin, the Chippewa Valley, and the Fox Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Visit scswiderski.com for more. Bucket of the foul, David Terhark. So Terhark up to 7 points. Now he heads to the line. Foul goes on Brody Neff, and that is his second. Abe's now with 6 team fouls in the half, compared to just 1 for the Cardinals. So Chi High will have an opportunity to further cut into this lead at the foul line. They've got plenty of fouls to give. 5-point lead for Memorial. Abe's have the basketball. They find Julius Clark. Nice feed by Elliott Height. Julius Clark up to 13 points. Abe's by 7. LeQuay. Pull it back out. Terhark to Mason. LeQuay on the drive. Wiedemeyer, three-pointer, yes! Carson Wiedemeyer for 3. It's the third made 3 for Chi High this half. They pull within 4. Had a good one brewing here at the Eagles Nest. Clark will pop from distance, yes! Julius Clark now up to 16 points. Abe's lead by 7. Timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout. We'll step aside. You're watching high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
All right, we are back at the Eagles Nest, Eau Claire Memorial High School. 8 minutes, 31 seconds to go in this one. Eau Claire Memorial led by 6 at the half. The lead is now 7 after a three-pointer by Julius Clark, who is starting to heat up here in the second half. He's up to 16 points. He leads the Abes in scoring. It's the backcourt of Clark and Bryce Hetke. Hetke had 13 points at the break. He's out of the game right now. But give the Cardinals credit. This team is 0-11 in Big Rivers Conference play, but they have battled. They've kept it close against a number of teams in the BRC. Just have not been able to come out with a conference win. And they came to Eau Claire tonight with some confidence, feeling that being that the Abes are down a couple of starters and key ones, and the 2 leading scorers, Cooper Jesperson and Wesley Mboga, that this might be their opportunity. Good defense that time, Shamar Simmons. Here's Clark. Neff lobs inside. Elliott Height. Elliott Height up to 10 points. Lead is 9. That matches Memorial's biggest lead of the game. Bob, step back, three-pointer. You gotta be kidding me. Easton Bob is filling it up. He's got 21 points. Cardinals just will not go away. Clark, step back 3. A little bit of a heat check there. Rebound, Terhark. Here's Bob. The margin is 6. LeQuay. Bob now guarded by Yates. LeQuay has it up top. Bob will launch another one. That's no good. Neff the rebound. Keeps trying to run a secondary break. Julius Clark takes it into traffic and gets fouled. Terhark will pick up the foul. Julius Clark will go to the line for David Terhark. That is his second foul. And that's the second team foul this half on the Cardinals. First one rolls in for Julius Clark. Ian Bauer, Owen Gibson back in for Memorial. Simmons, Yates, Neff will all check out. Hetke is also back in for Memorial. 2-2 for Julius Clark. Lead is up to 8 again. Some backcourt pressure now by the Abes. LeQuay operating against Clark. LeQuay keeps the dribble alive. Now Wiedemeyer. Bob is posting up. Knocked away. Bauer's got it. Bauer throws it up. Tipped up by Clark. The hoop didn't have it, though. 6.5 to go. Bob on the drive. To Wiedemeyer. It's good. Lobbed it over the leaping Julius Clark. Lead is 6 with just over 6 minutes left. Gibson to Height. Height, Clark, and Hetke all into double figures for the Abes. Hetke, bounce pass, Gibson! Nice pick and roll there. Owen Gibson's got 4 points. Abes by 8. Back and forth we go here at the Eagles' Nest. Abes going for the steal. Dickerson lost his footing. And we're going to get the foul on the Abes. That's going to go on Ian Bauer. So now Ben Fessenmeyer is in for the Abes. Elliot Height will check out. David Terhark at the line. Only 2 points tonight. Or check that. That's Dickerson. Terhark on the rebound. Put back. No. Dickerson gets it taken away. Scramble for it on the floor. They're going to say the Abes got the timeout when Owen Gibson got on the floor. Good hustle by the Abes. Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside as well. You're watching high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Security needs to be at the top of the list when it comes to your family, home, and lifestyle. Our focus is providing your family with peace of mind by offering state-of-the-art systems that blend convenience and security into one. It all starts with our security system, which lets you add control of lights, door locks, thermostats, and more. You can control all of them with your touchscreen keypad or your mobile phone. With this state-of-the-art system, home control can be adjusted to your lifestyle automatically.
It's state-of-the-art security that fits into your lifestyle and your life. Give us a call today to learn more.
We're back at the Eagles' Nest. Eau Claire Memorial leading this one by 8 over Chippewa Falls. Been a good ball game here. The Abes with the advantage and the basketball. Bryce Hetke. Handed off to Ian Bauer. Bauer trying to dribble his way down the lane. It's knocked away. Abes get it right back. Hetke will pop from distance. No good. Knocked out of bounds. They say last touch by the old Abes. Ben Fessenmeyer got a hand on it. 5:12 remaining second half. Old Abes putting on some backcourt pressure. They do lead by 8. LeQuay to bring it up for the Cardinals. He's done a solid job in the backcourt. Now a steal. Owen Gibson. Gibson, layup, good. Owen Gibson up to 6 points. Gibson passed his scoring average. Turnover, and the Abes get it back. Memorial's cranked up the defensive pressure, and it's starting to pay off. Their lead has grown to 10, and they will have the basketball. And with that, Jason Prue will take a timeout. You are watching high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
We are back at the Eagles Nest, 4:49 left. Eau Claire Memorial leads Chippewa Falls 63-53, and the Abes will have the basketball coming out of that timeout. Abes on a 4-0 run. Hetke into the lane. Bauer, open look from distance. It's no good. And it's a turnover on the Cardinals. With 4.5 to go, the Abes will get the basketball back. Trying to close in on their 16th win of the season. Again, still time before Sunday's bracket reveal show. Clark misses inside, so Abes with 2 opportunities, one tonight, one Thursday at home against Menominee to enhance their resume. Pass inside, and Bob couldn't handle it. And Bob has played so well for the Cardinals tonight, leading the way with 21 points. Elliott Height back in now for the Abes. LeQuay will check out for the Cardinals. Colin Nichols is in. So the Cardinals will bring in a little bit more height here for these final 4+ minutes. Abes, you can expect to be patient running their half-court offense. Simmons to Bauer, inside, Elliott Height, pump fake. Height gets it to roll in. Solid job by Elliott Height, who's up to 12 points. It's a 12-point lead for the Old Abes. Bob inside, Nichols. That's no good. Clark the rebound. Gets it to Hetke. And the Abes throw it away. You know, it's one of those things, and I think if you talk to head coach Chad Brisky about it, he would say that, you know, we want to be aggressive. We want, you know, guys to play, you know, confidently. But in that kind of situation where you didn't have a clean look to a guy going to the bucket, you know, just take your time, run your offense. Three-pointer no good, and a rebound by Simmons. Now here's another opportunity for the A's. Will they slow it down? And in this case, Julius Clark looks over at his coach, Chad Brisky, and says, okay, we'll slow it down. A's will run some clock now. We're under 3 minutes to go. Hetke to Simmons. He finds Clark. Clark down the lane for the bucket. Nifty move there for Julius Clark. He's up to 20 points. It's an 8-0 run for the Old Abes. Wiedemeyer tries to get it inside. It winds up right in the hands of Braden Dickerson, who scores. Fortuitous bounce there for the Cardinals. They take advantage. 2:29 left. Abes by 12. Timeout on the floor. You are watching high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
I think there are a lot of benefits to schooling our children from home. We get to spend a lot of time with them, and there are eureka moments like seeing them walk for the first time, or they figure something out and they're so excited about it.
The RVA really does work with each family to individualize each child's education to help them really succeed.
This is like the best thing in Wisconsin in terms of school.
For us, the RVA was our first and best choice of schools to choose.
We love the RVA.
We are back at the Eagles Nest, Eau Claire Memorial High School. Regular season winding down in boys high school basketball. Just one more week after this current one. This is the final week of the girls basketball season. High school hockey postseason begins tomorrow night. Fun time of year if you follow high school sports. Abes will have the basketball. They lead by 12. Chi High now with some backcourt pressure. They're going to put the trap on. Clark will get it to Bauer. Hetke. Back to Bauer. Picks up the dribble, but it winds up in the hands of Hetke. He gets it swatted. Rebound, bucket. Elliott Height. Good job crashing the boards by Height, who's up to 14 points. Fourteen-point lead for the Abes. Cardinals need points. They need them quickly as we're under 2 minutes to go. Easton Bob has had a lot of points for the Cardinals. He gets to the lane. It's knocked out of bounds. Abes thought they had knocked it off of Bob, but Chi High will keep it. Carson Wiedemeyer into the game for Chi High. Owen Gibson back in for the Abes. Height will check out. Boy, Height has been productive tonight with 14 points. Easton Bob in the corner. LeQuay up top, guarded by Clark. Bob, catch and shoot. Hoop wouldn't have it. Gibson the rebound. The Abes can afford to be very patient now, leading by 14. The minute 30 to go. And of course, as I say that, it's a drive and a dish by Julius Clark to get Shamar Simmons his first bucket of the game. Abes by 16, and if you just watch the final score tonight, you're going to think, okay, well, ho-hum, not a real entertaining game. This is a 6-point game at the break, and give Chi High credit. You know, a team that, you know, could really be packing it in here. Look at that dish by LeQuay. He gets it to Dickerson. Dickerson up to 6 points. Timeout on the floor. We have 59.9 seconds remaining. We'll step aside. You are watching high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
At Marquardt Motors, we want our customers to experience the highest possible level of satisfaction. That's why we offer the largest selection of new and used vehicles at the lowest possible price. It's why we offer Saturday service, and we have our own body shop on site. I'm Dave Marquardt. I invite you to come experience the personal service we worked for 50 years to achieve and will continue to improve on for many years to come.
We are back at the Eagles Nest. We're under a minute to go, and it's Eau Claire Memorial leading Chippewa Falls in this Big Rivers Conference boys basketball game. 71-57. Memorial looking to improve on a 15-6 overall record and a 9-2 record in the Big Rivers Conference. They lead the BRC. Hudson's just a half game back at 9-3. So the Abes could make that a full game with a win here tonight. Cardinals triple teaming Clark in the backcourt. Yates back to Clark. Abes get into the front court to Bauer. Corner Hetke, he thought about it, and that just wasn't in the plan. And Cardinals with fouls to give, and Bob fouls Julius Clark. It's just the third team foul on the Cardinals, so we can expect them to continue fouling. At some point, though, Jason Prue is going to look at this and just say, "Guys, we're just gonna play it out." Clark to Bauer, guarded by LeQuay. Fessenmeyer double teamed. Clark, Bauer. Card still playing defense, trying to get the double team, and there's a foul there by Nichols. Trying to get the steal on Julius Clark. It's the fourth team foul now on the Cardinals. Still a couple fouls to give for the Cardinals. Hetke to Clark, Could have shot that, but instead we'll just bring it up top, and the Abes will run out the clock. Eau Claire Memorial will improve to 16-6 overall, 10-2 in the Big Rivers Conference. Chippewa Falls drops to 1-19, 0-12 in the BRC. Julius Clark, 20 points to lead the Old Abes. Bryce Hetke, 15. Elliott Height, 14. Easton Bob leading Chippewa Falls with 21 points. Carson Wiedemeyer, 18 for Chi High. Coming up next, it's the postgame show brought to you by Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Rely on the experience of our sports medicine team when you experience any sports-related injury or issue. You can count on prompt, proper diagnosis and customized treatment plan to meet your goals. Their orthopedic surgeons and our athletic trainers serve your athlete in Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls, and Western Wisconsin. That is coming up next. You are watching high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Hip impingement and hip labral tears are common causes of hip and groin pain and are often the result of repetitive use from crouching sports or trauma. Today, we are visiting Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Dr. Carlson, a partner with Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, is in the forefront of using a newer procedure called hip arthroscopy, which allows minimally invasive access to a joint and treatments to problems never addressed before. Using hip arthroscopy, Dr. Carlson is able to repair tissue without dislocating the hip and without replacing it.
Hip arthroscopy is where a surgeon takes a camera on the end of a long wand, which we call a scope, and through a small poke hole incision in your skin, delivers that scope into a joint. In this particular case, we're talking about hip arthroscopy, where that scope would be put in the hip joint. The hip joint first has to be dislocated or the ball and socket pulled apart. When that's pulled apart, we can access the joint and look around and do the work we're talking about doing. Once inside the joint, through other portals, we call them, those poke holes that we use to access the joint, we can use other instruments, again on the end of a long wand, to perform the work inside the joint. Things like repairing the cartilage rim of the socket, called the labrum, fixing cartilage defects or problems on the head of the ball or the lining of the socket, repairing tissue around the hip, such as ligaments or capsule, repairing tendons that attach to the hip, or releasing them if need be, depending on the particular problem.
Dr. Carlson's goal is to eliminate the segment of untreated patients or patients with delayed treatment who have curable hip pathology, educating potential patients and their providers that these symptoms are not things they need to live with, or that they are not from their back or groin pulls or early arthritis. Few orthopedic surgeons are operating on hips through a scope because it is a newer and technically difficult surgery. Therefore, certain diagnoses may be missed by physicians not familiar with these newer treatment options.
Patients I see with hip joint pain that can be fixed and not just replaced can range from their mid-teens or younger teens to 50, 60 years old. In the past, patients who had labral tears in their hip were told that they may have some pre-arthritis or an early arthritic problem. They may be told that they were just prone to frequent groin pulls in the sport of their choice. And taking some time away from their sport, they may sometimes be able to return to the sport with just continued pain. And fortunately now, with our knowledge of the concept of labral tears and our ability to treat that problem, we can take people who are otherwise just waiting 20 years to undergo a hip replacement, or just feeling that they can't ever participate in that activity because they'll just keep getting groin pulls. We can take that person, we can make them better, we can fix their problem, we can bring them back to their sport, and allow them to continue to develop as an athlete or as a worker or whatever particular activity they're trying to do where that hip was affecting them.
Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine has been committed to the healthcare needs of patients in western Wisconsin for over 45 years. Their success and reputation as an outstanding orthopedic clinic can be attributed to the teamwork of their friendly, knowledgeable physicians and staff.
Here at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we have 12 partners, orthopedics, neurosurgery, non-operative spine, and foot and ankle. We really pride ourselves in listening closely to the patients and hearing what they're saying, spending a lot of time engaging in the conversation of what is really bothering that person.
After meeting with the patient, Dr. Carlson determined that his difficulties had all been related to painful hip impingement.
It was incredibly important for me to meet with a doctor that understood sports and athletics and kind of just how I wanted to continue that lifestyle instead of just kind of shutting it down. So meeting with someone like Dr. Carlson was incredibly important to me because he understood how I still wanted to be active after a surgery and still wanted to maintain my daily lifestyle.
While visiting with Dr. Carlson, we learned that he grew up skiing and continues to ski competitively across the country and also enjoys hunting, fishing, and hiking. He is passionate that his patients' goals are his goals. Whether it is getting them back to playing with their kids, working aggressively, or competing in sports, his patients are more active and enjoy their lives.
When I see those people so happy with themselves, so happy with their decision to have this fixed or to go through this process, as scary as it sometimes is, if you don't know what's on the other side, it's so satisfying for me.
Welcome back to the Eagles Nest. Eau Claire Memorial picking up a win tonight. Big Rivers Conference play over Chippewa Falls, 71-57. Julius Clark, Bryce Hetke, Elliott Height joining us now. Julius, for you, I mean, this is going to be a game that you kind of figured Chippewa, they're going to come in here, nothing to lose. It was a 6-point game at the break. What did you guys do well to kind of pull away there at the end?
I feel like we really put it together. Some of our bench guys really stepped up, especially losing Wesley and Cooper. Some of our guys really stepped up.
Bryce, expand upon that, because obviously, I mean, you know Cooper's not going to be with you the rest of the year. You got to accept that. You know, Wesley has been out now for a couple times. Do you do anything differently to try to pick up the slack, or you just try to play your game and let the game come to you?
No, just let the game come to us, and it's a bigger part to not only get my shots, but to get my other guys' shots. Those guys that come off the bench, they're a huge part of this team, and they always have been. And to keep them in the role and get them going it's really fun to see, and we can contribute to our success.
Elliot, for you, how nice was it to contribute points-wise? You've done a lot for this team with your defense and your rebounding, but to be able to get some points, then how gratifying is that?
It feels great, but all in all, it feels better to get the win, We're just one game closer to getting that conference title now, and nothing's going to feel greater than that.
And let's pick up on that. And going forward now, you're back here against Menominee on Thursday. What's going to be important for you guys going forward now?
I think we just got to take it step by step. Can't get too high, can't get too low. We just got to keep it right in the middle, take it step by step.
Is there anything positive? I mean, you had 2 tough losses last week. North playing awfully well. Marshfield's really good. Did you guys learn anything over that stretch?
Oh, absolutely. We're a young team at the end of the day, and so to come in here and compete and get handed some losses in our home you learn from it, and you learn how to grow and you learn how to compete at the next level. That's what we do every week.
One game left this week, and then Sunday is that bracket reveal show. Are you guys going to watch that?
I think we might.
Little party.
Little party.
You may do that. Well, yeah, maybe Coach Brisky could have guys over, hors d'oeuvres, something. I mean, who knows? It's just an idea. All right. Don't tell him I mentioned that either. So, okay, you guys are in the Zaleski Sports Highlight House, so you know how this works. So, Elliot, do you know how this works? Yeah, okay. All right, so go to it.
I'm Julius Clark.
I'm Bryce Edkey.
I'm Elliot Height.
And we're in the house.
Excellent. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it. We'll see you all on Thursday. Old Abe's versus Menominee. Dave Sparger and I will be back here tomorrow night. Girls High School basketball, Eau Claire Memorial will host Stevens Point in non-conference action. I'm Bob Radovich saying good night from the Eagles Nest at Eau Claire Memorial High School. Excellent. Thank you, guys. Thank you, sir. Yeah, appreciate it. Good luck. We'll see you Thursday.